In order for oil to be turned into electrical energy, the raw materials must first be pumped from underground. In order to do so, oil companies must first install oil rig systems overseas on rich territory. But before oil workers begin to construct and drill, they must first find a flat plain and make sure it is cleared. Once that is done, the crew must dig a large rectangular ditch for the excess rock from the digging process to lie in. Next, the oil rig system is built. Using a large drill, the oil rig digs deep into the ground where crude oil resides. The crude oil is then collected and filtered for undesirable products such as leftover rocks. When the crude oil is collected, it is poured into large barrels. Once the oil is placed into the barrels, it is either brought to the nearest port or transferred to a transportation pipeline. When the barrels are placed on large ships, they travel overseas via the Atlantic Ocean to a Canadian port. If the oil is not transported using a large tanker, it goes through large transportation pipes which reside underground. Once the crude oil makes it to its destination, it travels to an oil refinery plant. At the refinery plant, the oil must go through some processes before it is turned into gasoline and other usable products. This is by boiling the oil at certain temperatures in order to separate certain hydrocarbons, where each hydrocarbon has different uses. They then vaporize and end up condensing back into a liquid form. Once all of the crude oil products are produced, they are shipped accordingly to various sites which can apply them. One of these areas includes power plants. This is where oil is used in order to create electricity. First, the oil is pumped into a boiler via large transportation pipes. Once the oil reaches the boiler, it is burned in order to generate a large quantity of heat energy. This heat energy is used to vaporize the water that resides in pipes wound around the boiler. This, in turn, creates large amounts of pressure as the scalding steam is expanding in the narrow pipes. The created pressure is then used to pass over the blades of the steam turbine, which allows it to spin. The steam turbine is connected to the turbine generator by a shaft, making the generator spin along with the turbine. Using an electromagnetic field, the turbine generator converts the mechanical energy from the spinning blades into electrical energy. Once the steam exits the generator, it passes over pipes filled with cold water. These pipes are used to cool the steam in order to condense it back into liquid water. The water supply varies depending on the location of the power station. Stations near the coasts use their surrounding bodies of water for this purpose. Afterwards, the water collected is then reused for this process of converting energy. Once the electrical energy is obtained, a transformer is used to amplify the voltage. This high voltage electricity is transmitted through power lines to homes and businesses that consume it. Before it can be used, however, transformers are in place in order to reduce the voltage to a usable level.